Hello everyone and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 3 focused PvP. This guy's using a dark sword and the wolf curved greatsword thing. Not a set of things you see terribly often. No, you're not going to come in on that soon enough? That's okay. Aw, close. Ooh, if I was in range, he would have broke my guard. Good roll punish on that. Gotta love that hyper armor. Well worth the trade at the end right there, guys. Very well worth it. So yes, today we're going to be messing around with the Greatsword, standard Greatsword. The Ultra Greatsword. In case you couldn't tell. Ganondorf, yes, I'm going to fight Ganondorf. I'm ready. I've trained for this. I have indeed assembled all of the medallions. I have claimed the 3 pendants. I've went and retrieved the Master Sword. It just so happens to be a little bit large. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about a thing. I've seen this guy here a few times, but I've never actually summoned him. I've never been able to summon him. I'm excited. This is going to be a good fight. What does Ganondorf use? Hello, friend. Nice little cosplay. Not bad. Gotcha. And the bait. That was a good fight. I liked that. Not a bad little cosplay. Not a bad one at all. I feel like he should have been using the Dark Hand. Just my personal opinion on the matter. I feel like his cosplay could really benefit from having a Dark Hand. The sword I didn't feel like really fit. I feel like he actually should use something, either something big or something, I don't know. Like if we go Twilight Princess style, maybe the Irithyll Greatsword, or Straight Sword rather, if it didn't have the snow falling off of it, would look good for him. In all honesty, the Holy Sword would actually look really good because that's honestly extremely similar to what he uses. Yeah. Yeah, that would be it. What is this? A rapier in one hand and the twin princes in your left. Really? I should have just gone for a parry on that. Ooh, the extra poke at the end. That was very well played. Very, very well. Can't even jump off the edge. What a noob. He can't even jump through that edge and just fall to his death. Come on. Come on, that's easy to do. Maybe he's just so good at the game he can't even accidentally kill himself. I'm putting my money on that. That was actually a really good fight, though. It's a rare moment when you see someone actually use a rapier's skill. It's a rarer moment when you actually see someone put a greatsword in their left hand. Like, this isn't Dark Souls 2 with the majestic greatsword or anything. He literally was just holding it in his left hand for the sake of holding it in his left hand. I do have to say, I like how when in the left hand, you hold a greatsword out like you did in Dark Souls 1. That is something I'll have to mess around with some dual wielding, because in Dark Souls 1, that's something that I did. I put a greatsword in my left hand, I put a crossbow in my left hand, and a dagger in the left hand as well. Just a basic dagger, which gains a unique moveset, I've learned, which is kind of interesting. So, yeah, I'll have to mess around with the greatswords in the left hand. Probably throw a bastard in the left and a... What did I use in my right hand? I think it was just a sunlight straight sword. It was something relatively basic. Okay. Hey, honey. What's up?
You need to read this right now.
I'm kind of in the middle of recording at the moment. Can I wait, like, until this guy's dead?
Die, guy.
I'm more important. As if on cue, though. What's up, honey?
This is not...
Unless you are Frodo and Sam and you just managed to deliver the One Ring to the fires of Mount Doom, I feel like maybe a piece of jewelry is not a thing to congratulate. An engagement, sure, but not a ring. Yeah, about that.
This girl is whiny, but I shared it because...
What's your theme? Getting married? You find the strangest things. Alright, well...
That's funny.
Okay, honey. Now, let me finish recording so I can keep talking about what I was talking about. I'm sorry, honey. You know, I am just doing a live recording right now, right? So they're gonna hear everything.
I'm important.
I know you're important. And they know you're important, too. Sorry, guys. It happens. As you know, she is kind of an important thing. She is, in fact, kind of a big deal around here. Just kinda. Aww. See, this is the thing about these swords. People say, oh yes, they're easy to deal with, but if the person knows what they're doing, they're still an incredibly hard weapon to deal with. Really? I didn't dodge that? And this guy, he clearly knows what he's doing. They're an easy weapon to use. It's not a bad thing, but they're just an incredibly easy weapon to use. If you fight someone who knows what they're doing, you're going to have a really hard time. You're going to have a hell of a time dealing with them, especially if you're using a slower weapon. That's the thing people don't seem to get. Like, yes, it's easy to deal with the average user who's using them, and the average person using them is just spamming the rolling L2. That's fine. That's easy to deal with. That's not where my issues with the weapon come from. And really, it's not an issue with the weapon so much. It's an issue with the playstyle. I don't like it when people copy other playstyles. Yes, there's something to be said about referencing and doing certain things that are similar to a playstyle you see that's successful. There's some merit to that. But when you copy a playstyle part for part, it gets boring. And it just feels like you're fighting the same people over and over. I liked the fight that I had with that guy just then because he didn't just use it as though it were, you know, requiring you to only press L1. I didn't have the distance to parry that anyway. No? He is very effectively zoning me. Had I not went to two-hand my weapon. Hello, range. This is a very slow fight. He's going for singular attacks because, well, they're working. Dude, are you kidding me? Really? Seriously? Seriously. Literally nothing to lose and black crystalling out just because your tactic didn't work, just because I have slightly better timing? That was a really good fight on both of our parts. It was going extremely well. And he black crystalled. Had I made one mistake, he would have had me down to the exact same spot I had him. Like, easily. But whatever, I guess. Back pedal, back pedal, back pedal. Back pedal, back pedal, back pedal. Oh, he didn't go for the two pokes. There we go. Hyper armor on the trade. That's all you need. Can't believe that guy with the Lothric Knight long spear just left on me. Like, I can't get over that. That's so silly. That said, it's time for a spear ourselves. And on that note, we're actually going to drop the extra health in favor of a Leo Ring. Just cuz. This weapon, its attack rating, it's not the greatest, but you can still get some decent hits with it, and its skill is pretty fun, so we'll see how this goes. Hello, friend. Aww. Just when I was about to be able to get the attack off. Okay, hyper armor. That's cool, I guess. That's gonna get me. It's hard to judge my timing and distancing with that one. It's so much slower than I always expect it to be. Twice in one fight I misjudged it horribly, and he got me with an easy hit each time. Still, the hyper armor that he had, I'd expected to at least go even and restart that, but I guess not. I have a hard time judging hyper armor. It's just so difficult. Like, it's so hard to tell if it'll have hyper armor or not, based on just looking at the weapon and what attack they're going for. And the timing of it. Like, are the hyper armor frames active? Are they not active? There's just so much up in the air that's so difficult to tell. I don't know, it's just something I need to get used to doing, but it's hard. Like, I haven't figured out a real solid way to just look at someone, size them up, and say, okay, they'll have hyper armor on these attacks at this point in time. Like, there's a general rule of thumb for it, and I'm still struggling to figure what that is for the medium and smaller weapons. For large weapons, it's just a matter of assuming every single attack will have hyper armor, and you will have a problem. Really? Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about that one. I fought this guy in the last video, I think. Or was that earlier in this video? The name sounds familiar. I don't know. Yeah, I've got really nothing to say about that last fight. Nothing at all. Nothing worth saying. If you can't say something nice, then don't say something at all. Oh, hello. I know I fought you recently. When was it? Alright, Mr. Raven. What do you got for me? Oop, hello, range. You could have finished me off. A little bit laggy towards the end right there. A tad bit scary as well. But we managed. Everything's peachy with the world. So yeah, 392 as a max hit. Leaves a bit to be desired. It's not the greatest spear in the world. It's decent. The frames where it's actually able to cause damage on its skill last for an extremely long time. So if they come close to you like he did, then it'll knock him down. So it works out really well, but it's hard to hit the skill. It's really, really hard to hit the skill. I thought I was level 104, not 103. Huh. Eh, whatever. Fine by me. So we summoned Buttercup. It looked like they were wearing... Yeah. That's definitely a piece or two of Gundir's armor. Or all of Gundir's armor. Can't tell what sword that is from this angle. Profaned. Profaned. Oh, bad timing. Bad distancing. No, you're not going to follow that up? Okay, I can get this still. We're only in a little bit of a scary place. Aw, so close. There we are. Just had to bait out the parry. See? Told you I could handle that still. No big deal. He liked his rolling attacks. And, well, so did I. Simple as that. Still, I got a decent hit on him with the skill. I didn't actually expect it to land. I was expecting it to be more of a bait than anything else. I was having a really hard time in that fight with my distancing. I expected I would be out of range more often than not. And I also partially expected him not to go for 3 swings in a row. That said, going for a rolling R1 and then 2 thrusts isn't unreasonable. Oh, you're getting nice and shiny on me. My god, the range on that thing. Like, I was a fair distance from him. There's also a slight bit of lag on this. Yeah, throwing knives at the end. Not a shock, really. Oh yes, bravo, bravo. You got me with some good R1 spam. That thing has some ridiculous range. That combined with the slight bit of lag he had and the fact that hitboxes are complete lies for certain weapons. Yeah. Ouch. All I have to say about that one. Ouch. After he had hit me twice and I was so far away, I expected not to get hit again, but apparently that one suffers from the same situation as most longswords, where their range is just way longer than what their actual image shows. Hitboxes are lies. That's the truth of the matter. So, that's okay. These things happen. Any day now, though, this phantom will get in the world. There we go. Took long enough. Alright, so let's see. Sorry about being quiet there for a second. I just got really distracted. My phone started lighting up and going crazy. The guys from work were saying things and stuff. Next time we're going to mess around with an axe of some sort. I'm leaning towards the Brigand Axe, possibly the Dragon Slayer. Haven't really made up my mind on that. Maybe even Eleonora. It'll be one of those 3 at the very least. And then, for the offhand weapon, I'm thinking Bastard Sword. Bastard or Claymore, one of the two. A washing pole. Alright, friend, come on down. Oh, that's not a washing pole, that's a staff. Ting. I have a ranged attack too, friend. And there we go. A little bit sad that my my L2, my ranged attack on a melee weapon, did more damage than his spells. Sure, they didn't all fully connect, but I mean, come on now. Should have done at least a little bit more damage than it did. A bit disappointing. Magic in this game in general is a bit disappointing, but hey, it is what it is. My desk is all nice and rearranged now, by the way. I don't know if I went over that in the last video. I did some work on it. I felt motivated at 1 in the morning the other night. And when feeling motivated, I decided to do stupid things. The stupid thing this time was moving around my monitors, my desktop. I think I did talk about this, actually. I moved my Wii, my PlayStation. Yeah, we went over all this. We've been there, we've done that. I don't need to go into that all again. I'm just still getting used to the way it looks. It's, good parry. Not a hard parry. Ugh, Hornet Ring damage. The ting. Oh, the dreaded ting. Shouldn't have tried for it the second time. I need to get used to that fact. If you miss on the first, you can't have proper timing for the second. This isn't Dark Souls 2, where that's a possibility on certain weapons. It's not a thing on any weapon in this game. If you ting on the first, you'll ting on the second, and then you'll be stuck taking a third hit. And that just is stupid. On my part, not on the game's part. Like, that's actually really good from a design perspective, for it to actually work like that. It's just that I need to get used to that fact. And I have old bad habits that I just need to kick, that being one of them. So, need to call myself out on it. I need to pay attention and not do that more often. So we're going to go for another few minutes. I'm going to switch up between the fights. Or during the fights, rather. You mean what I know. We'll be mixing it up, doing some things with this. Getting in a little pokey. Twin swords? Twin swords. There we go. Had I not gone for that second R2, that would have been a significantly better move on my part. It was really kind of stupid. I should have just taken that singular R2 that I had and gone from there. Just taken that. Maybe locked on, maybe not. I should have at least turned the camera angle to see where they were exactly instead of assuming. I was close though. I was close with my guess. So I'm okay with it. But I should have actually checked. That might have been the difference between me hitting them and not. Because just because I can assume where their position is doesn't mean I'm going to actually land that hit. I do like the charged R2 with this, by the way. It's very similar to the charged R2 on the Great Club. Difference is the follow-up is slightly different. Ever so slightly. Not really. It's actually pretty much the same. There's a good hit. I got the counter, I got the damage. He stunned me because I was just at the very edge of the hitbox, but it didn't do any damage to me. That was properly spaced, properly timed. I like when that happens. That's a good moment. It's a rare moment when you get it so properly timed and spaced, but it's nice when it happens. I do in fact enjoy it, very much so. So, we'll try and get that to happen more often. Crack the knuckles. Ooh, that was a good one. That was indeed a good one. I need to wake up. It is late, but it's a Friday. I've got recording to do, I've got stuff to do. I should make some coffee. That sounds like a good plan. Mannequin claws in the offhand, spear in the other. Sword spear in the other, I should say. What you doing, man? Ooh. Close again. He partial parried and only took 19 damage? Okay. Hold the phone. How the hell did he partial parry and only take 19 damage? Whenever I partial parry with a shield, like an actual thing for parrying, I take like 100 damage. Like, how is that a thing? How does that even make sense? Can someone explain that one to me? Because I don't get that. Am I missing something here? I mean, clearly I must be. Because if partial parrying with claws only makes it, be 19 damage versus like 110, 150, whatever it is, when I do it with a shield, clearly there's something going on there. Like, clearly I should switch over to claws, because I get partial parries a lot. And if it's that low of a damage output on the ting, hello new meta. I mean, it's already a meta, let's be honest. But let's actually, think about this for a second. Not only do claws have better parrying frames than my shield, or at least equivalent. They seem like they're better. Not only do they have that going for them, but they also, on top of that, cause less chip damage? That's insane. That is just insane. That wide hitbox, though. I knew he was going to go for it, so I had to do it a second time. Alright though guys, on that note, that is where we're going to end things. So next episode I'll pick up an axe of some kind, and most likely the bastard sword, possibly the claymore. Maybe another random greatsword, who knows. Maybe I'll just feel like being stupid and using Storm Ruler. I mean, why the hell not? I don't have it upgraded, but, you know, it is what it is. I'd consider the Greatsword of Judgment, but not on this build, because it would be way better on my other build. I mean, maybe the Wolf Knight. Maybe. That said, I feel like the Claymore and Bastard Sword deserve a little bit of love, so we will see how I feel. Didn't realize they were that heavy in this game. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, though, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I will see you all next time.